Welcome back everyone, more DOA time. We're struggling through the quests here. Out of 100 we're up to 74. And then I've got to go through all the ones that we don't have all the stars on. So, let's get going here. I've only got a little bit on this in terms of time, so we'll see how much progress we can make. So what was I up to here? Oh no. It was hold 6 mid kicks as Hanukkah. I remember this. Jen the AI was being evil before. It was just not kicking.
You everything counts but kicks.
Well, it's like when I wanted to hold kicks, it's punching. When I go to counter the punches, it kicks. It's being a bit of a dick. Here we go. Can you turn that down a bit? About 19. There we go. She was gonna do a kick then, but let's just go for the defeat somebody within 40 seconds first. There we go, that's one. Oh, no, no. Marie. Oh, no, she's... Ah! That's it, I can't do the 40-second one. I hate it when that kind of stuff happens. Now I'm just going to go for the mid-kicks, and then she just... Oh, boy. Quest mode's kicking my butt again. Oh, seriously. Right, I'm trying to do high counters there. Come on, do the kick. Oh, come on. I'm pressing forwards towards because that's supposed to counter mids. And it's just not. Because when she kicks... Oh, that was a throw. Yeah, it has to be a mid. So you press X and forwards. Oh my god, I got one. Press X and forwards, but the problem is getting the setup for that mid kick is a pain in the butt. I've found that the AI has a knack for just running up to you and doing throws or punches instead of what you actually need. Oh! No. Get out of here, Ayane. Oh, I thought that was going to be a... No. Oh. Okay, so that counts as a mid kick as well. Oh, come on, I go for the mid. And get wrecked. There we go. Can we get another 2 here? That would have been alright if I'd have managed to land that then. Nope. Oh, she used the throw. Oh. God damn it, explosive barrels. There's another one. Oh. There we go. Can I take that? Is that? Oh no, I need to win. I need to win now versus Hitomi. I found you know for survival. For survival and building your points or your score meter, the best thing to do is just use your break move over and over and over again. because it puts the combo meter and the break gauge through the roof. It's ridiculous. It's kind of weird how Hanukkah as well, Stu was on about it, because I didn't play 5 much when they introduced Hanukkah and Marie Rose, but they seem to have taken Hanukkah in this weird direction where she has everybody's moves. Weird. I don't know how you use everybody's moves with her. I'm assuming she has like specific moves from everybody's moveset, but it's a strange character to play because like some of these moves I'm recognizing from other characters like either Hayabusa or Zack or like Tina with some of the low kicks, and they just seem to have strung them all together into one character and gone, there you go. Now it's an interesting concept where it's like, what were they thinking? You know.
It's basically from what I get out of it. Imagine she was just watching everyone fight and she just learned from watching them, so she picked up moves from different people and she just did. That's the easiest way to...
It's just crazy when you're trying to perform them, because you're just like, well, whose moves am I using here? You know, you have a pool of like 30 odd characters and she's using all of them. Hello to everyone that's watching, by the way. Hope you're enjoying. So now we just need to beat Marie or somebody else in 40 seconds. It'll be Marie. Oh, I thought that was going to be a good setup there. Oh no, that was time. There we go, managed to pull off a counter there to salvage that. I do love the way the fatal stuns chain into each other and allow you to do some really good stuff, and she's going to get me hit. Lariat her. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to need to restart that one. Maybe just play it without chaining into fatals, because I might be able to make a combo that does more and then go into a fatal. It might take like half the bar. Like with these quests, the best thing to do with them is just do the hardest one first and get it out the way. If you're infuriated like before, like this morning, salt was thrown. I had to do one about 7 times and I was just like, what is going on here? This is terrible. It was an absolute nightmare. I was gonna say we're slowly building the gauge there, and then I messed up. Oh, come on, that was gonna be a finishing kick there. She doesn't have to make it awkward sometimes. There we go, there's Tina's butt move. Oh, no! Oh, I did it! Oh my god, I did it within like the last second. Look at that. 39.85. What? The worst part though is if you fail any of this, it immediately just fails all of it. So you can be doing really good, and then somebody will curb stomp you. They'll pull out like a ridiculously huge combo, curb stomp you, and the next minute you just end up failing the entire thing. I do love the break holds though. It's like you got the break strikes, or break blows, where you can chain in from a really flashy combo into, well, like a fatal combo into a really huge move when the gauge is full, or when the gauge is at half, you can use break holds where you just counter anything. which is really helpful for when somebody's going to land a really nasty hit and you're just like, nope, and just immediately dodge it, because it makes countering a lot easier compared to previous games where it's like you got to get the timing absolutely perfect. It gives people that aren't used to the game a little bit more leeway in terms of like how nasty it's going to be when somebody lands a combo. Like, I can just get out of that now because she was going to start comboing me all over the place. Do the same thing again. And then it allows me to build up combo on her again. And the meter's actually pretty easy to recover because we can just combo like that and then strike her once, wait, and then just press the gauge twice, and we're good. And that's one of Zach's moves, I think. Ah! The only problem is when they do stuff like that, when they knock you out of it, when you're making a break move, where you're just like, right, I made it, I'll push R1, and the next minute, just no. There we go. Brad's costume. Because the only problem with this at the moment is people saying like it's random for unlocking costumes and stuff. It's like, why would you do that and just put it in arcade like you used to do? They'll probably change it if they're patching it like they said they're going to do. I imagine they'll patch it so it's a little bit different or a little bit easier. At least I'm optimistic to think that, you know, because like at the moment they've got a deal where it says like, oh, until the 10th you can get loads of costume materials until the 10th, you know, by doing quest mode and stuff. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, just keep that promotional thing going, you know, because at least then it's still a grind, but it's not as much as it will be eventually, you know. Oh yeah, I didn't read mine during the story mode or the arcade. That was fine. It was just the whole deal with this one is because of how it is. It seems even more of a grind. Like, it wasn't too much of a grind going through arcade on the originals to unlock stuff. This feels way more like a grind though, because you are literally doing loads of stuff to try and unlock everything, and it's just like, really? Do I have to do this? You know? And the game's basically just like, yeah, you gotta do it, you want to get those stuff. But the thing is, it's like somebody mentioned online, Haku says, and we're back in butt kicking. Yeah, we are. For about half an hour. The one thing is, people online are saying like, only fans will get the costumes. You know, like die-hard fans. Of course, you know, because everybody wants all their old costumes that they had in the previous games, which is also why they sometimes make them DLC costumes. You know, it's an easy way of making money just by making all the outfits as DLC. Because like we've seen in DOA 5, there's a lot of money to be had by just doing everything as DLC. We've got the one of the first packs at the moment is the waifu pack, where you literally have all the characters in wedding dresses. I just threw that match there because I needed to go back and get the throws on Bass. It was a little bit easier on him. But yeah, I mean, you want to make like a grand off a player, you'll put all the DLC out like the 5th game did. Whereas this one, it's just like, you want to get your costumes, you'll have to grind, and then you've got the DLC on top of that. DLC, $93 is ridiculous for the opening, especially when, like, with most people, they haven't got the default costumes. That is the worst thing, I think, for me, is that they haven't got the default costumes as default unlocked. You know, like, if that was me, I'd be making Kasumi and everybody else's costumes, like, even Bass is here. I'd be having the ones from the previous games, especially because they seem to have made this one almost like a memorial or a tribute to the other games. If that was me, I'd have it so the classic costumes were unlocked from the start.
They did it because of the Evo thing?
Yeah, they definitely did it because the Evo thing, but then Evo's like, no, we're not having you anymore because you won't bend the knee. You know, you won't fully bend the knee like Street Fighter because of the whole controversy that happened with Street Fighter because they ended up editing a lot of stuff. It's like with Street Fighter, they edited. Well, they didn't so much edit the costumes, but they banned some of them from Evo, and then like with stuff with Cammy, they deliberately edited the normal maps because they had other details on the normal maps originally, and they were just like, yeah, we'll just edit the normal maps. And they toned down the jiggle as well because that was in Street Fighter 5. I think it was on the beta because everyone was like, oh, look at the jiggle, you know. There's the throws. Yeah, that rumor that's going around at the moment about them editing the game and putting all the other stuff back in slowly in a patch, I do not blame them, because clearly if that's what's happening, then they're definitely turning around and going, you know what, we did this for you guys, you clearly can't be pleased, so instead, screw you, we're gonna do our own thing, you know. I really like that idea, because that makes me want to support them way more. Because even though they've got, you know, like a really bad attitude when it comes towards DLC and stuff, I'm all in for supporting a dev that basically is like, no, I understand what we need to do to make the game sell, and it's definitely not pandering to this kind of crowd, you know.
But can kind of see why they toned it down.
Nah, they didn't need to tone this down. It was all based on a joke. That's what I'd go off anyway, because like when you look at the first game was ridiculous, and then they go ahead and they make 5 other games on top of that are just as ridiculous and have way more revealing outfits and everything, and it's like, no, you can clearly tell they found their niche. They know what the crowd that they've attracted wants, so why not just go all in on that? And then they get called out for it, and they're just like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore, you know. It's like, no, you go ahead and you commit to that, you commit to it, and people will support you. Just the simple fact of you're showing a little bit of spine, yeah.
It's also, they've got their fan base that basically is going for it, not because, like a lot of people say, it's over further. It's because they look at it to see how ridiculous it is and find it fun.
Yeah,
and funny.
That's what I mean. Like, I always find this type of game funny because of how ridiculous it is. Like DOA 1, the physics on that was so stupid. It was like, what is going on here? But that's why it was amusing and fun to play. It wasn't because, oh, I can see huge jiggle physics. It was more like, what the hell is going on? Why are these characters basically almost kicking themselves in the face with their own breasts and stuff? It was just ridiculous. It was so funny. If you can't take a joke, don't buy the game. Simple as. Everybody else will buy the game. I've seen a load of people in the comments on YouTube that are women just turning around and going, yeah, I find this funny just because of how it is. You know, it's not realistic, but it's hilarious. It's like, well, show me somebody else that will actually say that out loud and support it from the gaming community. Nobody.
And they had a costume that was technically an octopus.
Yeah,
that was my favourite costume just because of how
Anna's octopus costume in Tekken. I can't remember whether that was Tekken 6 or whatever, but I do remember that.
Because I kept using it because it used to annoy everyone else.
It's like, I still need to do a comment video on this entire situation, because normally I do like the silly videos where I'm just like, how to sell Dave a game, and I do the joke thing, which is like the most ridiculous stuff. Like we did Hoonie Pop for a laugh, and you spent way more time on that than me, Jen, which was hilarious. You've spent over 150 hours on Hoonie Pop, which I still find hilarious and amazing at the same time, because it's just a clicker. But at the same time, it's like you've also played all the DOA games and not had any problems with them. You played the volleyball games and got achievements on them, which I haven't got because I've been too busy looking at the sand deformation in the first one. And in the second one, I had too much fun throwing the characters off the water slide instead of actually playing the game, and doing the jet ski bit. And then the third one, we got just for the sake of, and this has become more apparent as the years go on, I got the third one purely because people were saying, don't get it. It's getting to the point now where people are saying, oh, don't get this game, it's controversial because we're prudes, you know. And I'm just like, you know what? If you've got that kind of attitude, then clearly I want that just to upset you, you know. If they didn't want people to buy these games, they wouldn't put so much attention on them. You know, it's total reverse psychology. I want to buy these games every time somebody comes up with it. What was that finish? I think I just kicked someone in the face really hard. But no, it's like that every time. It's like the one that I did recently, or the last one that I did for, what was it, Galgun, where they have the stupid mechanic of the vacuum gun, and I'm just like, there's a vacuum gun. I go watch, what was it, GG Man Lives review, and he's like, yeah, the vacuum gun takes off the girl's clothes, it's so ridiculous, and I'm like, what? That's an instant seller? Not because you're stripping someone of the clothes, but how ridiculous it is to take a vacuum cleaner, you know, to somebody and have that happen. It's just like, that is the most stupid concept ever. I'm gonna get it just to see that, you know. Oh, it's like when they turn around and go, oh, DOA Volleyball 3 is ridiculous because it's just the same thing but with better graphics and it's on the PlayStation. It's like, oh, it's even more accessible then. Guess I'm getting a PlayStation and DOA.
It's like when I got,
you know,
Zombie Girl, Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. It's like, I didn't bother even looking to what the game was. I just saw the name and just laughed when I'm getting it.
Yeah, Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter, you got that, not me. And then I came in and you were like, hey Dave, check out this game. And I'm like, the hell is this? That was hilarious. I still need to play that. Execute a 6-hit combo.
But I get it, it's like, not every game is designed for every person. It's like, if you put me in front of a computer game, I'm just going to death glare at you and wonder why you're doing this to me. But then, that person would look at my collection and do the same thing of, like, why are you playing for them? It's like, what?
Try and get this combo going here. Oh, that was 4. I'm not going to be able to do this one, I don't think. I'm going to have to find out what's a 6-hit combo with Bass here. Yeah, no, I think the whole thing about joking about this kind of thing has been lost because everybody's become prudes recently. Oh, no, no, no! Can we get that? Can I just keep doing that and get the 6? No. Huge lariat, there we go. Need to figure out what this 6-hit combo is with Bass. I'm just going to name this stream afterwards, Dave and Jen rant about how everyone's become prudes or something.
I don't mind it, it's only, I don't mind if people are prudes. There are plenty of games for everyone. There are the ones for, if you want to call them the pervies, you got the ones for the fun, you got the ones for the competitive, you got the ones for like relaxing games, the puzzle games, the casual games. The walkthrough simulators, I can't say anything about them because I actually have a load of them because they are actually relaxing. Not exactly games, but they're so pretty.
See, you think walking simulators were relaxing? DOA 1 was relaxing to me, and I tell everybody this, and nobody believes it. It's because at the time, you had all the major FPSs out. You had Doom 3, you had Halo, Halo 2 and stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? I've played a load of FPSs and I'm kind of bored with them at the moment. Can I just get one game where I'm just chilling out for a little bit and I don't have to think too much? And sure enough, DOA Volleyball comes out and I'm like, oh, okay, I like DOA because at the time I'd played a load of DOA 2 and 3. Like, 2 was on the Dreamcast for me and 3 was on the Xbox, obviously. Well, I'd only just got an Xbox. I see volleyball and I'm like, oh, it's got some of the characters in there I know. I'll get it and just see what it's about. Next minute, I'm like, okay, chill music, volleyball, this isn't what I would usually buy. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go along with it. And sure enough, it's a neat game just to chill on. Which was good for me, because I needed to chill with all the freaking FPSs I'd played at the time. I go for the break move there, and Zach just KOs me. But yeah, you need something to break up all the other stuff, because it's like, I love the comment section as in videos has gotten to the point where it's like, you have all of these really gory games, like you can have the most goriest game ever, but you can't have stuff with a bit of jiggle in it. Because, oh no, we can't have that. But you can have somebody being chainsawed in half or whatever and actually show all of it, like to the most close-up sort of perspective you can have. It's so stupid. I know, right? It's like, have you never seen real life before with that kind of thing?
I do agree with one.
Oh.
Not everyone should be massive.
Not everyone should be massive, no.
Everyone should be variations. It's like with guys, not everyone should be like, here you go then. You should have people like Jack and even bigger than that. Variations.
See, that's why I like this game, because of the whole thing of, you've got the variations and you've got more of the realism with it. Because like, we were on about it and I was joking the other day with Stu. But we actually figured it out. I'll throw that one there so I can try and get more counters. We were talking about this the other day when it came out, and if anybody was here when it first came out and saw me streaming it, it was absolutely hilarious, because we were looking into the core values, as they call it, for a joke, and we found out that they've done, like with each DOA game, they normally up the not sort of the realism but the ridiculousness. And with this one, what they've done is, instead of toning it down, they've edited the characters, so if they were something that's more supporting of them, then obviously they're not going to jiggle as much. So if you've got a character that's wearing a really tight top, they're going to look smaller and, well, just a little bit, and they're not going to jiggle as much. But if you put them in a more revealing outfit, of course they're going to jiggle more. You know, and I think that, even though it's crazy when you say it like that, it adds to the realism, which is, I don't think many people have noticed that yet. And it was interesting when I found that out, because I was like, what the hell, they've really gone to those extents. It's crazy. I know, right? It's like, it's alright showing a guy getting his face cut off with a chainsaw, but if you show a little bit of skin, just, no, we can't do that, think of the children. It's like, what the hell? Oh, I thought that was going to be a longer ranged attack then. Might have to throw this one depending on how many people I have to fight. Oh no! He did it! Oh, I did a focus! Focus, break blow, whatever you want to call it. In 4 it was focus. I think it was 4. Oh no! No, there we go again. I'm gonna have to throw this one. Oh, I'm doing it way too quickly there. You know what I mean though? I could rant for so long about how people are so annoying when it comes to just the whole deal of violence versus skin in video games at the moment. I really hope we get out of this rut, because it's so stupid.
It's just basically most things. Everyone wants everything to appeal to everyone, and that's not possible. You can never please
you can never please everybody. Oh boy, here it comes. Yo! Seriously, this is like my most favourite rant about video games at the moment, because it didn't used to be that bad. And like, I'd say everything up until about 2011 with video games was fine, you know, and then all of a sudden everybody starts going way more prudish until we get to like 9 or 8 years later, and it's all in for the gore, and everything else is just like, nah, it's okay if it's a guy, but if it's a woman, you just don't show it, you know. It's like, apparently I'm a bad person because I like Senran Kagura as well, but I like that for the same reasons I like DOA, because it's ridiculous, but the gameplay is fun. What is the problem with that? You know.
It's not like if they made a Senran Kagura and made it with guys and sort of the same sort of ridiculous thing. As long as the gameplay was fun, I'd still play it because it would just be funny and ridiculous.
And then when I do a Senran Kagura stream now, like last year or the year before, it was fine doing streams of that. Now I do it, the streams immediately get demonetized. It's like, what? Senran Kagura is really fun, yeah. It's like, I love all of those games just because of how stupid they are as well. But it's that whole comedy thing of just, can you take the joke? If you can't, don't play the game. Oh, that was a high counter and a break blow. Sorry, Tina. I need to build my gauge on you. Hello to anyone that's coming in at the moment. We're just discussing the double standard in video games. From a very basic level of why the hell can't people just enjoy themselves? No. Rich Cable Jr. says, hi, hello. I just realised I'm only going to be on this for a little while longer because I've got to go on Division. I've basically got enough time, I think, to do this quest. And then I'm going to do the Dark Zone in Division. Bang! There we go. Build up the gauge. It's like that whole deal with Senran Kagura at the moment, that they're finding that they can't release a new game because of Sony's new regulations, because of them moving to California. Half tempted to just get all the other Senran Kagura games now just because of that. You know, we've got the 3D Burst, I think it is, for the 3DS. We've got the one for the Vita that then got released on Steam, and we've got Peach Beach Splash. I think there's a couple more.
I've got the Bon Appetit, which is the rhythm game.
Yeah, Bon Appetit was the rhythm game. Then I think there was a couple on the Switch.
There's a remake of Burst come out.
The remake from Burst is heavily censored, if I remember rightly.
The thing is, it sounds so silly saying this. When it comes to it, I don't mind if they like if it ends up being censored, just don't touch the gameplay. If you take the gameplay away and take the fun away.
See, with me, it's more like, if you want to tone it down, don't tone it down to the point where it's no longer what it was built on. You know, because it's like, if you tone this down, you'd still enjoy the gameplay, but you know it's deliberately based on the whole thing of good fighting mechanics with ridiculous physics, you know.
I was going off that someone did a video comparing the basic PC build, the Switch one, which is slightly censored,
yeah,
which is fine, and then the PlayStation 1,
I'm trying to get these counters.
Very censored, which actually, because of the censoring game speed I did, the image was a lot more loose than the uncensored.
Oh my!
Which is the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, censor it to make it look like it's what I want.
I'm trying to get this counter here, but I keep messing it up. We'll have to get that. Just for the sake of rubbing it in somebody's face. If I can give Marvelous more money, what is it, Marvelous and X-Seed? If I can give them more money, then by all means I will give them more money. You know. They deserve it for having to put up with absolute stupid stuff at the moment in the industry. Can Tina just do a high here so I can counter? Oh, she just grabs me and power bombs me. Oh, no, no, that's my leg. Ow, there goes my leg. Build that gauge, come on. Oh, she went for the counter.
Matthew, you need more cat kills than less easy.
Yes. You know what I mean, though. Well, it's like if you take JoJo as an example, just for the sake of it. JoJo Part 3 got to the point where it was really muscular guys with punching ghosts, right? If you turned around and said, oh yeah, we're going to take the punching ghosts out of it, it would not be as fun. It would nowhere near be as fun.
No, what they want to do to make it fair is actually have to censor...
Dio?
Yes, they'll have to censor... No. Yeah, they'll have to censor Dio because it's watching that tight body thing. Anyone that's showing their chest off, they have to be censored.
You'd have to censor Dio because of the part where he's got the women that he randomly kidnaps in his chamber and then sucks the blood out of them. You know.
You just have to censor Dio anyway because it's fabulous.
You do not censor Dio. Nobody censors Dio.
You need to censor Dio. That was awful. I'm sorry.
Ah, I went for the brake hold there. Oh, I thought that was going to be 3 there. I know, right? I'll keep my legs. Be fine. Trying to get this stupid counter going. Ah, he faked me out. Oh, I see. So when he does the kicks, that counts as a high, but it looks like a mid. What the hell? So some of these are disguised as highs. What? Let's just try the one for doing it at a certain time. Turn the Xbox One on there so we can go on to the Division beta again. Right, let's try and see if we can do this within like a minute. We'll just put Tina up against the rails here and just wail on her with the brake blow.
Don't mind me, I just wanted to see how any top tier is coming out, and I'm just watching the trailer for the other game that's coming out. I want it.
When is Honey Pop 2 coming out?
I don't know, I've been distracted by another game, I'm sorry.
God damn it, you get distracted too easily by games.
This is how I find it interesting games, and then one time it goes into my life.
It's just Tina and Bass for this one, isn't it? Oh! I'm wasting my brake blow there. See if I can do this within the time. Best thing to do here is just use the combos. Aku says, Moody! Hello. Left Alive comes out tomorrow. I've been hearing that it's been getting some really bad reviews from people. It's like, even though I do want to check it out at some point, it's that whole deal of I'm worried. I shouldn't be worried because it's partially done by Kojima, but apparently somebody says it's worse than Front Mission Evolved for the on-foot sections. That has me incredibly worried, even though I didn't mind Evolved. No, it's a mech game. Normally I check out mech games straight away day one and see what's going on with them, but it's got me incredibly worried just because of the reviews and stuff coming out. Maybe I shouldn't listen to the reviews because I'm turning around and saying like, oh, people shouldn't listen to the reviews and should just buy games when it comes to DOA 6. And then when it's stuff like that, it's like, oh, I'm listening to the reviews. It's weird. There we go, so that's another quest done there.
You actually just watch trailers and did you hear any sort of gossip? You go have a look at it and then you said stuff.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll look at more gameplay, because they didn't really show off much in the trailers. It's like Metal Gear, they've kind of not showed off too much. What took you so long? Long time no see. I mean, I do want to get it and check it out, because it's a mech game, you know. I've become more of a mech channel than anything else, but which I don't mind. But it's the whole deal of trying not to risk as much on it. Oh, double feet. There we go.
You do have to force our fate. If you get a game and you don't actually like it, you just leave it to the side and I'm just going to play it. So it's just it.
True. You'll play anything? Unless it's FIFA, yeah.
I really want to transport football. Apart from that,
I mean, I'll play most things, but there are certain things I just won't touch. Unless you pay me.
you actually have some I don't. That's why I changed that with White Day and Sport.
Oh, White Day was terrible.
Not as bad as the opposite. Dying Reborn, the big head game.
Oh, Dying Reborn was bad as well.
It was Dying Reborn, wasn't it?
Yep. Trying to get these high counters on Bass here. Oh, dude, sorry. Sorry to hear that. I know that feeling. Oh, that moment when you try and use a counter on him so you can complete the last mission. There we go. Did he just try and charge me there and I just used a brake hold to avoid that? Oh, nice stylish brake hold there. I think that's mission done now. There we go. Right, so let's go back to the quest menu here. Right, so we're up to, out of 104 quests, we're up to 79 now, and we've not completed 15 of them. So we're close to the end here. I want to know what else I can do to unlock costumes. I'm assuming it's gonna be stuff like do the story mode, which I will do at some point. There we go, we got 4 hits, break blow. These I'll do some other time. I'm gonna get on the Division beta now. For anyone that wants to stick around, then by all means, stick around and we'll be doing that with Sean, so I shall see you in a little bit.
Just saying what John just said, that's disgusting.
That is disgusting. John, I'll talk to you about that later, because that is ridiculous. Anyway, I'll see you guys later on. Hope you've enjoyed this little rant / gameplay. Bye!
Yeah, basically.